you're reducing the sauce.
Reducing
right now.
the sauce. Yeah, what I have here is some red wine vinegar, blood orange juice, a little bit of shallot, and a teeny tiny bit of ginger, and that's all.
And where do you get blood oranges?
Well, right now they are on special all across the Triad. You can find them in most grocery stores. I got these at Fresh Market for 98 cents a pound. So they're cheaper than regular oranges.
Yes, they are.
Now. Yeah. And they're wonderful. So they're great to eat just out of hand.
Well, that was my next question. Can you just eat them, or are they specifically designed?
They are phenomenal. So, yeah, do that. And then, of course, buy a few so you can make this sauce. It takes about 2 oranges to get actually 3 oranges to get a cup of juice. They're very juicy. And it requires 1 cup of blood orange juice to make this for 6 people. So,
all right, well, we're going to let that sauce reduce while Vern does news, and we'll come back and find out how to do the rest of this recipe.
this is ginger seared sea scallops with blood orange sauce. And it is very, very simple. It could take anybody less than 10 minutes to make it. I mean, there's a little bit of juice squeezing and a little bit of shallot chopping, but other than that, it's a couple minutes in the pan with the scallops and on the plate and drizzle the sauce on. And elegant, tasty, and simple.
It smells wonderful in here.
Now, what are you using? That hot sauce. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah,
what is that?
This is available in most grocery stores now. It used to be kind of a little chef's secret, but it's a sriracha hot chili sauce. It's of Korean origin. It's really not any hotter than like Tabasco, but it's thick. Yeah, don't squirt it. Let me squirt it in your eye. But it has a wonderful texture and flavor. It's nice and spicy, but it's not overwhelmingly hot. It has a lot of flavor too, and we've used that to garnish around the edge so that you can kind of moderate your own level of hot. You can dip your scallop in there a little bit if you want to, or not at all if you're chicken.
You can soak it in it if you want to. That's okay.
Now, what would you serve this with? I know this is just kind of like the entree. Now, what would you add with it to kind of spice it up a little bit?
Well, you could serve it with really anything, but I would usually serve it with some sort of a rice dish and some maybe grilled vegetables. I usually serve this actually as a first course, as an appetizer.
Oh, okay.
Oh, to start things off.
Just
I
like
that
this,
even
but
better.
less with only 2 scallops instead of a gazillion like we have now.
So on the scallops,
because he knows he's here, that's why there's a gazillion there.
Help us to pick out good scallops when we're at the grocery store. How do we do that? Because I've had good scallops and then I've had meh scallops.
Well, what you're looking for is a dry pack scallop, hopefully. If you have them in the case. Actually, scallops have come a long way. They're one of the safer purchases at like a grocery store seafood case. Because they come shipped so well from the source nowadays. A dry pack scallop, if you see them out on the counter and they're on a tray and ice, they're usually dry packed. If they're swimming around in a bunch of juice, not so good.
No.
Yeah, you don't want that. That usually means that they're wet packed and that who knows how old they are.
Now, color, does that make a difference?
Yeah, you generally don't see them if they look dried out and yellow. Don't get them. You want them to be nice and firm, and they should smell sweet. They shouldn't smell fishy at all. They should still smell sweet and like the ocean.
Good.
Okay. And now, you say on this recipe the whole U10. Is that the size of them?
U10 is the size. U10 means there's under 10 per pound.
Oh,
so if you got a pound of them, there would be 10 or less, and they size shrimp that same way.
Now, how many does this serve, this recipe that you got with us when we put it on the blog? What is it prepping? How much do we need for this?
That's 2 pounds of scallops, and that'll serve 6 people.
2 pounds of scallops.
Yep.
Great.
That'll give you 3 or 4 really nice big whoppers.
Well, I can't wait to dig in. It looks fantastic, Jeff.
Good.
Thank
I have a
you
new
so
class
much.
starting today.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
I
today,
knew you were
Today's the day.
extra
As soon as
spring
I
in your
leave
step.
Yes, that's why I'm all excited. Yeah, 18 brand new students coming in today. The Lambda class of the Triad Community Kitchen. So I'm very excited about that. The last class is doing well. They're out. Despite the bad economic times, over 60% of them already have jobs, and the other 40% things are looking good for them. So I'm very, very enthusiastic. God is good.
we had a chance to visit the Winston-Salem Rescue Mission, and Mike Foster was just singing your praises about how great it is and the great things that you've been doing with the folks who are at the rescue mission. And it's great how all these different organizations are working together to help people out.
Yeah, it's an awesome dynamic. They do great stuff there at the rescue mission, and the students we had from them, I think we had 3. And they were just phenomenal. Did a wonderful job, and all 3 of them are working. All 3 have found jobs immediately after their internship. So
and you're talking about the Triad Community Kitchen. I've got a link to that on my website, on the blog. But it's a great program run through the Second Harvest Food Bank.
And don't forget, we're going to be Celebrity Servers coming up Wednesday, April 22nd from 11 to 2 at the Millennium Center in downtown Winston-Salem. The 8th annual Empty Bowls.
Awesome
Great event
event
through Second Harvest.
Awesome event. It's on Administrative Professionals Day, so it's a great time to get everybody out of the office, take a little nice lunch break, come down, eat some delicious soup that's donated by local restaurants and food service establishments all over the community, and then celebrity servers like yourself dipping it up, serving it up, and it's just a great event.